Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement for the second time today. We had a fun What the F1 stream about the Belgian race that's coming up this weekend with Triplet Dad. That was a lot of fun. Check that out if you guys are into F1 racing, or even if you're not. There's a lot of completely uninformed opinions on that one. But we try to keep that stream to like 10% crypto, and then this stream is like 90% crypto, 10% other stuff. And so I just got to jump on here and tell you guys the insanity that is going on with J6. So you guys had 11 days to mint J6 fuel cells, and very few people minted J5, and they're looking back and J5 is getting outsized returns from the treasury because there's not a lot of people competing for J5. J6 looks like it's going to be even crazier than J5. So even though the treasury payout is smaller for each journey, each round, fewer people are competing for it. And so some people are actually getting higher returns from the treasury, even though they're in a later journey. So older pays better, right? The oldest NFTs we have, J1 NFTs, they're getting the lion's share of the treasury. But and then it kind of goes down. So the payout goes down 10% less of the treasury gets paid out to every subsequent journey. So the first journey, J1 gets 3% of the treasury every 45 days. So every 45 days, the J1 gets 3% split amongst themselves. That being said, the fewer people competing for that, even though the percentage is going down, if the competition is going down, you might actually get a better payout. We got D1 and only Mango back in the house. Good to see you, man. It's so good to see you in the F1 one. Amazing addition, regardless what they say. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, it's been crazy. So a lot of people are kicking themselves right now for not minting J6. A lot of people, they thought, oh, I'll just wait for the next one. This looks like it's too crowded, but it's not crowded because most of the minting that happened in J6 is from the evil address. So if you take out the evil address, which the evil address has been taken out by the collective, and journey 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they've all been nuked. The evil address has been nuked. Jim Bob's in the house. What's up, Jim Bob? Good to see you. And then why do you do me that way? Mix AJA, aka AJA Soul. Good to see you, man. J Soul. Are you J Soul or is it JA Soul? I've always said JA Soul, but I don't know. Let me know if it's J Soul or JA Soul in the comments here. But look, Jim Bob does not have a wrench. It's the first time I've seen Jim Bob here, and neither does D1 and only Mango. So we've got to change that. We've got to fix that right here. We're going to go to YouTube. We're going to make sure that D1 and only Mango has a wrench. And then depending on Jim Bob's behavior, we might also add him as a moderator as well. Red Squirrel says, oi, oi, Pops. Just singing Michael Jackson. Why do you do me that way? Yeah, if you know, you know. I don't know. I'm a little confused, but we will continue to roll on. Like I was saying earlier, very few people jumped in J6's minting, which is great for the people that minted J6. They'll probably get really good returns from the treasury. They'll probably get an APY back. Oh, Michael Jackson. There we go. Yeah, Michael Jackson, MJ, just singing Michael. So let me get my train of thought back. Okay, focus, Max. Very few people minted J6, and that's going to affect the treasury payout. But what people have not thought about was the evil address. So the evil address has been stolen from 5 times. Well, no, I mean it's its fuel cells have been vaporized. So it's been wiped out and robbed of its treasury payout. And in Journey 1, 2, and 3, there was a scrape button that allowed you to steal the evil addresses lottery winnings and roll them into the next lottery, the next jackpot. Yeah, keep up the great work. Thank you so much. That hasn't happened since Journey 3. We're at Journey 6 right now. That means that the evil address walked away with a bunch of lottery winnings because it's the biggest minter by far than anyone. No one can compete with the evil address for minting, and I think people kind of just stopped trying, which is too bad because we have the collective has been a solution for that. The collective has been vaporizing the NFTs of the evil address, kind of like Robin Hood stealing from the evil and giving to the good. And that's kind of cool. The thing that we don't understand, the thing that doesn't make sense, is no one thought that the evil address would ever turn on the scrape button. And I think, depending on, we'll keep an eye on him, but the evil address actually has an incentive to turn on the scrape button now when there's only a little bit of minting in J6 versus, when there's more people minting, more users minting, and less of the evil address minting. The collective has moved on to basically focusing on wiping out the evil addresses, NFTs, burning them, basically. It just destroying the supply of NFTs so that the evil address doesn't get paid every 45 days like everyone else does. As long as your NFT is active, you're going to receive a payout every 45 days. And you get paid out in dark, which is harder and harder to get as time goes on because it is designed to become more and more scarce over this whole 4-year experience, this 4-year game experiment, as I call it. In fact, after everyone has 33 chances to mint, if any if any accounts are sitting on dark, that dark's going to be destroyed forever. So there's really going to be zero dark just sitting in wallets. Everything will be in the treasury, the lottery. The evil address will be depleted by then, so there won't be any evil address. Mystery Box will probably be exempt from that because Mystery Box is doing liquidity providing and bonuses and giveaways, so it's beneficial. Liquidity providers of all the pairs, those will be spared the Rapture. Other than that, it's all going to zero. This is a special part of a great ecosystem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We think we have the greatest community, hands down. Jim Bob says, I will behave. I don't know how I got your random YouTube suggestion. Maybe we love the dragon that you've got going on as your profile pic. We're big fans of dragons. Bang Bang Pulse Gang. Oh, thanks for the wrench. You bet, Frank. Ecosystem pending. Here we go. Pulse Chain is where the party's at. Hex is where the party's at. That's where the most passionate, insane people are. They're still in Pulse and Hex. They started in Hex, and they're now in Pulse Chain. And a few of these crazy people are in dark and anti-gravity. I think we got the cream of the cream. I think we got the most curious and passionate people in dark matter, in anti-gravity, by far. People in this group are builders. There are people that teach about liquidity providing. There are people that teach about just really deep next level stuff that we don't hear other communities talk about. Just stating a public opinion, ecosystem pending. Yeah, no, this is a crazy thing. Pulse Chain is not great tech-wise. It is not great at all. It's decentralized. And if you want decentralization more than ease of use, then Pulse Chain is very, very decentralized. It's a great place for freedom. We love freedom. The chain is not great. The RPCs go down. There's no block explorer. There's no good wallet. on Pulse Chain yet. There isn't. It's 2 years old. There's no good wallet. There was Rabby, which was really good for a while. There was DBank. Beautiful, beautiful. Someone needs to clone those two for Pulse Chain, like just straight up. The people working on those problems, I salute you and I thank you. I'm grateful, very grateful for you guys working on this ecosystem. Founding a project on Pulse Chain, I saw a lot of problems that we had getting verified and getting things connected and working. Reading from the blockchain can sometimes be very difficult. And so, yeah, my devs are way nerdier and they understand databases, subgraphs, blockchain much better than I do. Thank God. But it's where the party is. It's where the people are. It's where it's you. The most scarce thing in the universe right now is attention. Attention is the most scarce resource in the entire universe, in my opinion. Like time's scarce, but time's not real. Space might be limited or finite, but space isn't really real either. Not to go down too deep of a rabbit hole, and hopefully I don't unplug my my wire here as I do this because it likes to kick out. Either way, the most scarce thing is attention, and we have the attention of some of the brightest minds in crypto, some of the funnest people in crypto as well. We're trying to make crypto fun again. All of that to be said, listen, you don't have enough J6. A lot of people slept on J6. A lot of people slept on Dark. Dark went all the way down to $5. It's still not that great. It's only recovered up to $5.91. It's still basically $5. $5 or $6 you can buy Dark off the market. The biggest liquidity pair of Dark that I know of is Pink Miss Well, and we'll get into that. The Pink Miss Well is circling. You don't have enough Pink Miss Well, and you guys are like, yeah, we remember Pink Miss Well. It kind of did a good thing. It kind of fell. No big deal. Hex Glenn, hey guys, what's up, Hex Glenn? One of the finalists in the J6 art contest. Hex Glenn, thank you so much for being here. But like I was saying, I don't know if even Hex Glenn is probably one of the only people, handful of people that mention in J6. But here's the deal. If you miss J6, which trust me, you're going to kick yourself for missing J6. There is hope. Speaking of the art contest finalists, Elizabeth Mack in the house. Hello, Elizabeth. Good to see you. So good to see you. Anyways, let me go back. Only a handful of people mentioned J6s, and they're going to be over the moon happy that they did. A bunch of people are going to be like, crap, I missed that. I need some J6s. There is a way to receive J6s, and that is through the Pink Miss Well deal. And we'll go over that here. I tweeted about it. Basically, if you buy 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens and you send them to the Pink Miss Well's address, you will receive 10 J6s and 1 dark matter token. Right now, I'll go through that in just a second, but it's you could have minted the J6 for half the price a few days ago. And things are going to get more and more scarce and more hard to get a hold of as this game continues. Remember, this is a game of chicken. This is a game to see who blinks first. All right. This is a game of like holding your breath underwater. This is the marshmallow test. It's that, but it's like wrapped inside of another, wrapped inside of there's so much game theory here. We have not been able to explain it to people very well. But there's dark matter, which is a PRC20 token, there's less than 1 million of them to begin with. Over 40% of them, I believe, is in the treasury and the NFTs right now. 35%, I believe, is in the treasury. And then basically the rest of it is in the hands of the Jackpot, Mystery Box, and 3 whales, including the Pink Miss Well. They hold 97.5% of the entire supply. That's it. It's locked up. People do not know how scarce dark matter is. And sometimes it drives me a little bit crazy because they'll compare it to another token that has 20 times the supply and does not have the game theory we have. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. Now, don't get me wrong, in terms of like green number go up and economic energy, there's only so much energy inside of Pulse Chain right now. There's only so many dollars inside of Pulse Chain. And as we've seen since December, a lot of that money has left Pulse Chain because people are cashing out, or they want to invest in something else. They're chasing Bitcoin, chasing Ethereum, chasing Solana, chasing XRP, whatever you're chasing. That we've definitely seen a lot of economic energy leave Pulse Chain, or we've seen a lot of air get leak out of the balloon. And so there is that. However, Richard Heart alone can kind of do whatever he wants with this ecosystem. It's so light and tiny, and it's light, it's small. It's very, very easy to pull up with economic energy. And excuse me, apologize for getting a little sleepy on you guys. Yeah, we are just like scarcity squared. Don't forget to follow Red Squirrel. Do not forget to follow Red Squirrel. Follow Red Squirrel and check out squirrels.pro. We'll be getting into that one too. But let me just show you guys really quickly what's going on here. I'll present my screen and I'll share. First of all, we'll show you guys the Twitter and Twitter communities collective. This is where people are posting their art for J7. So kicking off J7 art contest, post your entries here. Final four will make it to the poll for winner. Winner gets, oh, I didn't even put that. Yeah, winner gets, so look at this. So here's the art contest right here. This one right here is posted. CryptoCat46 has posted this. I would like to post this on the main page instead of under this post. So I did say post your entries here. Maybe we'll have to go off this post and go off the likes and retweets, but really it should be on the collective's main page. So I'll have them repost it here. But check this out. If you missed out on J6 Mint, you can send 1 million Pink Mistwell tokens with, here's the address, ends in B872, to the Pink Mistwell's address, which ends in 8090, 8090. You'll receive 10 J6 fuel cells and 1 dark. This offer is good until J7 minting starts. So that's kind of the deal. If you guys want to do that, that is the way to get in on J6, which is, and people are like, okay, so why would you want to get in on J6? First of all, J6 has 17% of the pie right now. J6 is the only journey where the evil address has not been vaporized yet. And so when this is vaporized, this will go from 56,000 down to about 17,000, give or take, maybe 18,000 total, which will make it the smallest, skinniest piece of pie on here. Now, remember, you want to be on the skinniest piece of pie, because the skinniest piece of pie means that you're fighting against fewer people for the treasury yield. So as you can see right here, all the J1 NFTs have half of a dark in them. And after J6 gets paid out in about 30 something days, 20 something days, hang on. Let's go here. Let's go to minting. In 30 days and 19 hours. So 31 days. You got about 31 days to take advantage of this before we start minting J7. And then once J7 comes up, the cat might be out of the bag, right? So let's go back here to my fuel cells. If you come here to this page and you connect your wallet, it's going to show you how many fuel cells you have of each journey. It'll tell you how much dark value, how much dark matter each fuel cell has accumulated. It'll show you the cash value of each fuel cell based on current price, all-time high, or moon math. You put in your moon math there. Current price right now. So every J1 fuel cell, if you cash it out, has a cash value If you vaporize it and cash out your dark, it's got a cash value of $3.20. Not great, not bad. A lot of people in Journey 1 got their dark for anywhere between $1 and $15. So $3 is kind of in that range, just depending on where you got in on the mining phase. So it's worth $3. And because I have 3 of them in this example, I have 1.62 dark, which is worth $9.60 right now if I was to cash it out at current price. Projected dark after 9. Wow, well then I've got almost 80% of a dark. Almost every Journey 1 is going to have 80% of a dark in 31 days when the payout happens. The next payout from the treasury happens. You're going to have about 80% of your dark back. Okay, and then I'll have a total projected dark, so then we'll go from $3.20 to $4.71 at today's price. But the total projected dark that I'm supposed to have right here would be 2.38 dark. So just by hanging on to these 3 J1s, I'm going from about 1.5 dark to 2 and 40% dark, 2.38 dark. So you see them growing right there. And instead of having $9.60 cash value, it'll be $14.13 cash value. So in 30 days, I'm set to make some ROI, a higher ROI in dollars, but the APY in dark is what I'm interested in. Right. So here, like Journey 2, we only have 1 Journey 2 NFT in this wallet. It's got 40% of a dark paid out to it now. After the next payout, it'll have about 60% of a dark. Right. Then Journey 3, we have 33 of those. As you can see, as you go down, the dark value goes down pretty much. But in Journey 6, Journey 5 got paid out once and it has 1/10 of a dark. Journey 6 is going to have 13% of a dark on its first payout because there's fewer people in its payout than there were in Journey 5. So this is cool. This is really cool right here. Basically, you're looking at, okay, my yield could go up dramatically as things go on. But what nobody's thought about up to this point, which including myself, was the evil address is sitting on a crazy amount of lottery winnings because it's won lottery in Journey 3, 4, and 5, I believe. Yeah, I think it's still got lottery winnings in J3. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's J3, 4, and 5. Evil address has just some silly amount of lottery winnings. And usually we see the collective hack that button, hack the scrape button right here under the evil tab. If you go to evil at the top here of the navigation bar, this scrape and roll button is dormant right now. It's not live. But the collective has hacked it and made it go live in the past. And when it does, it's completely changed the lottery payouts. You see, we have a lottery coming out in 7 days, almost 8 days. That's going to be the first payout. And about 900 NFTs, about 900 lottery tickets, or 900 of the people that just minted in Journey 6 are going to split this jackpot of 1,100 dark. So basically 900 NFTs are going to win 1.125 dark that you can scrape right here and it'll go right into your wallet. It's liquid. You can use it. You can use it as liquidity, Brian. You can dump it. You can mint with it. It's liquid. And then 11 days after this, so in about 19 days, you're going to have the second drawing, which right now has 3,300 dark. 900 winners are going to win 3,300. So each one of the winners of the second lottery drawing are going to win about 3 3/4. Now this is where things get bananas because Journey drawing 3, which is going to happen in about 31 days. In about 31 days, we'll have the biggest one, which 900 NFTs are each going to win 7.5 dark. That's pretty badass. You minted an NFT, you gave away your dark went into the treasury, went into the jackpot box, and you're just wondering, you're just hoping that it comes back to you in tracer yield. But if you won the lottery, boom, you've got 7 of those dark right back. And so that's awesome. That's an awesome dopamine hit. That's icing on the cake. Okay, so what happens if this evil scrape button goes live sometime before drawing 3? What if this evil address scrape button goes live and where this evil bonus says 0, what if 10, 20, 30,000 dark showed up in this column right here? Well, that would change the jackpot from 6,700, almost 6,800 to, 2,600 and 3,600. Now, that doesn't change the number of winners, right? And I don't know what the number is for sure. I'm checking with my devs. Once I know, I might give some hints out to what it might or might not be. But 3,600 divided by 900 is a much different number than 6,000 divided by 900. Because 6,000 divided by 900 is 7.5. This one is usually 7.5. If only 10,000 gets scraped into here, I believe that pushes this payout to around 19, right? So if I had go back here. Yeah, 16,794 dark. Let's just say that was it. And we divided it by about 900 winners. 900. Yeah, 18.5 dark. So these winners could get 18.5 dark. Okay, that's interesting, right? That's really interesting. That's on the low side. That's just thinking that maybe 10,000 will get dropped in here. But if the evil address knows what's going on and the evil address dumps more than 10,000 in here, then things get silly. I don't even want to show you guys the math because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to overpromise, underdeliver. I'm just saying that if you do the math yourself, the numbers get kind of silly. In fact, this might be the only or the first. This might be the first drawing or lottery where people win more in the lottery than they minted with. Because you have a 1 in 21 chance, 1 in 20.5 chance of winning one of these payouts. So you could win 1 1/4, 3 3/4, or 7.5 dark. Boom, boom, boom. You have a 1 in about a little less than 20, or a little more than 20, 1 in 20 chance of winning. Or a little more than 1 in 21. It's close. It's like you have almost 5% chance of winning one of these. That's incredible odds for a lottery, first of all. But yeah, if you get that's insane. That's insane. This could be, if the evil address does what I think it's going to do, this could be the craziest lottery of all. This could be insane. And this might completely change the minting for Journey 7 coming up in about 31 days. I'm just throwing this out there. Now let's go into we also have the Pink Miss Well game. We have a new record set over here. Round 27 was won by 6B5A, who walked with 7.5 dark. So they went in, they played. It's about, I don't know, how much is it here? Let's enter the game and see what it says. Let me buy one ticket. We'll see what it costs in Pulse. All right, so here we go. It's saying this transaction is risky. We do want to continue on Pulse Chain. So right now, Oh, geez, I didn't know that went full screen. That's insane. Right now, it's 18,000 pulse or 61 cents a pulse to buy a spot in the Pink Mistwall game. So there you go. That's and the average. It's like a penny or two in fees right now. So we're going to cancel that just for now. But just to let you guys know, it's about 60 cents to join the game. This person walked with 7.5. What is that worth? You have a 1 in 100 chance of winning. Let's see what 7.5. It looks like they went in with 60 cents, or at least their winning number when it's, I don't know how many spots they bought, but they walked with $45 of dark, 7.5 dark, which today is not worth a ton of money. In the future, it may be worth an insane amount of money. So check this out. Come here. It looks like there's three spots bought already. 1, 2, and 3 are the numbers that have been bought. And this is Russian roulette. You can kill yourself. You can kill other people. You can take them out of the game. Last man walks with a bag of dark. So that's another cool thing you can do. If you go to our website at agproject.io, you just go to the main site and you just click on Pink Mistwall game over here, minting, which isn't active for another month, or view my fuel cells. So this is beautiful. Looks like our clock is down. I have to check into that. But usually this clock is going to be counting down to the next lottery right there. So 7 days, 22 hours till lottery 1 is drawn out. So that's that. That's pretty cool. Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing today? By the way, if you guys are in Utah, or really anywhere where there's a large LDS population, you'll know that they're celebrating Pioneer Day today. So happy Pioneer Day to anyone celebrating Pioneer Day. Looks like we're still at 118. Seems to be a favorite number of Bitcoin lately. It likes 118. It likes 111. It seems like it's still bouncing off the 120. 120 is its all-time high. And we'll just have to see how long it ranges here under here. We'll see if it drops back down to 110, 100, or even 90. Like in volatile markets, when people are being shaken out of margin trading positions, when the exchanges get in here, when the ETFs get a little funky, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bitcoin dropped down to 90 or 70 just for a flash and bounced back up and just took everyone out of their positions, just stole everyone's money that's gambling on this right now. That's something that you see quite often before at the bottom of bull runs. But anyways, maybe that's what this was, the 75. Maybe this 105 to 75 was them stabbing and taking a bunch of people out. But yeah, Bitcoin's at 118. We'll see how high it goes. I'm hoping for 250, but I think that's might be a little optimistic in this one. I think 150 is pretty good. I think 120 is close to 2x from going back. Let's go back 5 years. Yeah, 64, somewhere around 60, 58, 64. That was a previous high. So 120 is a 2x from there. You got your 2x, which is, people pray for that, pray for a 2x in real estate over 15 years. And in Bitcoin, you've got a 2x already in a handful of years. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. Okay, so there's your 2x right there. Well, like I said, I would love to see 150 to 200. 250 would be just tits because it would really shake out a lot of non-believers. It really gain some credibility for Bitcoin that people are just not willing to give it. And then you got Ethereum pumping over here. Good old Ethereum. First Turing complete network that I know of. And basically, Bitcoin had a send and mine function, and that's it. And that's basically all it still has is a mint and send function. No chart available for Ethereum. Let's try this again. My internet might be getting a little wonky here. Okay, so Ethereum, it says it likes the daily chart. It likes the 5-day chart. Nope. It doesn't want to show you the month, 6 month, year, 5 year, 1 year. It shows us the 5 year. So look at the 5-year. Ethereum still loading up for its next run. Its previous all-time high was 46. So if Bitcoin does a 2x and falls, and then Ethereum does a 2x and falls, we're looking at a 9 grand Ethereum. I'd like a 10 grand would be nice. Anything higher would be great, because that economic energy we're hoping will flow into Pulse Chain. But yeah, so it's been doing that. It has not got back to its all-time high like Bitcoin has. So Ethereum is chugging along. It's the price that we've prayed for since people sacked for Pulse Chain, and the Pulse Chain funds went into Ethereum at 3,700, give or take. I think it's 3,725. I don't know. It's right around this range. It's good to be back. It's good to see the SAC address back at break even. Dark matter. Let's take a look at this chart. We call it the Nostradamus chart. Obviously, we had a lovely pump back in December and a beautiful launch. We went from $1 to $135 per token, and there were 11% of the tokens were on the market at that point when we launched. 11%. Over time, Pulse Chain has just been beaten with a bat. Its kneecaps have been broken. It's not good. It's not good. Things have been bad. Hart's Law has not been a fun ride since December. But as you can see, we did have a nice pump on the first mint, the second mint. Every bull here is a minting phase. So we've got 6 minting phases. Got a good pump on 3 of them, nothing burger on 2 of them, and a negative, a bear bull in minting 5. In Journey 5, sucker went down. Now all these little bear faces are all the lotteries that we've had. You have 3 lottery drawings per every journey. So you have mint, lottery, 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 mint, lottery, 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 mint, lottery. So we do the bull bear cycle just like Bitcoin, but we do it every 45 days instead of every 4 or 5 years. So 45 days, you got a pump, a dump, not a pump, dump, little pump, dump, nothing, dump, goose. Look at this. We made this giant bear head because of what we think the evil address might do by flipping on its own switch, allowing users to steal its lottery winnings and put them into the biggest jackpot drawing to date. This one could be insane. We don't know what the price is going to do in these two. We don't know what Pulse is going to do over the next 31 days. But something interesting is going to happen here. And the people that either minted J6's, Journey 6 NFTs, or the people that are going to send Pink Miss Well to the Pink Miss Well address and get some, have a shot at some real insane amounts of dark. Crazy. There's only about $1,000 liquidity between Dark and Pulse. I like this chart because it shows the entire history. And there's only $500 in volume today. So yeah, not too much going on with this pair right here. But if we go to let's actually see if is anyone selling dark or anything interesting over here on 0x Bistro. 0x Bistro, nope, there's not a lot of new listings on 0x Bistro. Keep an eye peeled out because I think there's a handful of people that watch this website, and when they see something with a discount on it, it tends to get snatched up pretty quick if it's one of the tokens that we talk about or one of the tokens that people are into with Pulse Chain. 0xbistro.io. This is an over-the-counter marketplace. You can buy and you can sell any token on Pulse Chain here, and you choose the price that you want to list it at. And it's a great way to take profits without murdering your chart. That's just the long short of it. Pink Mist Well. Pink Mist Well was all the way down to $110 for a million. It's up to about $130 to buy a million of these right now. And it looks like it's found a floor. Who knows? we could see some very, very silly price action on Pink Mistwell. It would be a lot of fun to see Pink Mistwell at an all-time high. It was all the way up to $420 for a million. Right now it's $130 for a million. I'm just saying, if you don't have Pink Mistwell, you might want to scoop some up because this chart could take off very quickly. It only has 26 grand of liquidity right here. And that's, locked liquidity through Pump.Tires. It's not going to take a lot to pump this chart. That's what I'm saying. I mean, dark, it has some dark on it, but if dark pumps and Pink Mistwell pump, they'll probably pump together. You don't have enough Pink Mistwell, you don't have enough dark. You really don't have enough fuel cells after J6 is what I'm just saying. Just some friendly advice. Not financial advice, just friendly advice. Here we go. We had dark and pulse, which we were just looking at. Here's the chart without all the animals on it. Right here, just finding a bottom right here. I can't even talk. I know someone who is buying as much as they can with every paycheck. Just saying, dark. Actuator token is nice. It's taking a nice bounce off the floor, and it's testing this previous high that it bounced up to right here. So looking good on actuator. We'll have to check our farm in just a little bit. Dark and Homie Don't Play That has 12 grand of liquidity in it, and it's up to $6.30. Homie Don't Play That is still around close to 2 cents. It was up to 6. I don't think I would be keeping an eye on Homie Don't Play That. You can get paid these for free for farming your liquidity pairs. Let's see here. Hex is still not back to a penny. Everyone's like, yeah, but it's blah, 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 but it's no. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Look at, here's the all-time high for Hex on Ethereum, 50 cents right up here. Here's the line that we're grinding on right now. It starts all the way back here, and it kind of like goes on these other ones. I would, another person I know is also buying Hex with just about every paycheck. And these look like some good entries right here, this bar that's drawn right here. Just saying, we got a long way to go to $1 or $2 Hex. And I don't know if that's combined on both charts that will hit $1 or $2. But it's less than a penny now. That's all I'm saying is it's less than a penny, and it has an obsessive, compulsive, genius founder that's sitting on a silly amount of crypto and other money, and all he wants is fame. All he wants is respect. All he wants is glory. Just, I don't know. Don't sleep on Hex, man. Don't sleep on Hex. Let's go. We got Pulse. Pulse is also inside this triangle that I drew still. We'll see when it breaks out of this triangle right here. Yep, token, the most agreeable token on Pulse Chain, is marching and going. It looks like it's on its way to test this previous high right here at 405 right there. Dark and Hex has $1,000 of liquidity. At one point, this had $500,000 in liquidity thanks to the Pink Mistwell. And the Pink Mistwell rode this down. I think it was like $170,000 of impermanent loss. Ended up with a little more dark than Hex, I believe. It'll be interesting to see where the liquidity pops up as things start waking up and getting crazy. Here's the dark and no permissions. You got 5K of liquidity here. That one's at around $6.20. Insanely cheap. Carpe Diem, first retirement account on the blockchain, is doing some chugga choo choo. Here it's testing its previous high. It's getting more scarce by the day. The program scarcity in this is beautiful. Check it out. Let's see here. The print token from the ink printer is Let's see, champagne bottle up, champagne bottle down, and it's bounced out of this gutter. It's got a nice, it's really fighting to get out of this slump right there. Magic Carpet Ride is working towards its previous high. It has a higher low, and it's going back up to its previous high, which was 0007. Check that out. Interesting chart. Magic Carpet Ride, the guys from OX Bistro, Steakhouse, Barista, a lot of cool platforms they're building over there. This is their token that runs it. Let's see. Oh, proof of no work dev. Chugga chugga choo choo right there. Look at that. You can't deny that in dollars. It's gaining some energy right there. Carpe diem. Sorry, proof of no work dev. That source right there. Proof of no work right there. Boom. One of the first tax tokens I heard about, which I was pretty interested in. PulseX. I don't even have Ink on here. I don't think I'm that worried about Ink right now. Although Ink is very, very connected to SolidX and Nope. Here's PulseX, and here's maybe some good prices to buy PulseX down here along the bottom. When it comes down, bounces up. A lot of energy here. A lot of energy here. If you don't believe me about this economic energy, you're looking at the chart going, well, that is just one giant. Well, actually, wow, that is one giant consolidation right here. This calls for some lines, my children. Lines on the chart. Lines for everybody here. It's going to be hard because it's not a perfect triangle, but I'll pull it out more. Yeah, these two right here, this is good. Let me pull it over here and extend it a little further because this could be a while. We could be here a while, folks. Yeah, so there's the range. Look at this consolidation. Let me put another beautiful. Oh no, I've messed up. Here, let me delete that one. Yeah, there we go. Remove that one. Let's try this again. And let's actually move this over here so we got more room on it. Yeah, here's a bottom line. I don't think I'm going to go over here for the bottom just because this was launch and insanity and crazy volatility. I like the top here and these three tops. I'm going to start at this bottom right here. And it kind of looks like it broke out of this one right here. And so you'd have to redraw it anyways. And I can actually just remove that other one. Here, let me remove this one right here since we got another bottom one. Remove that one. This one's more long term. Yeah, look at this. So I think that's a pretty good amount right there. These might be some good places to buy. We'll see what happens to this economic energy. Now, like I said, if you change this to its price in dollars, you can see it's consolidating. If you change it to its price in Pulse, the layer one, look at this. There's no consolidation here. That's a bull. That is up and to the right, if I've ever seen it. That is really, really nice. That is so nice. So nice. So nice. Zoom. Yeah, so this is, if you look at Ink doesn't do this. Well, maybe it does against Pulse. We should check this against Pulse. So we go back to this one. So here's our consolidation right there. Let me search for Ink. What's Ink doing? I should probably add it to this list. I should have the other ones added too. I think I do. So here's Ink and Pulse right here. And it looks kind of like PulseX a little bit right here, consolidating. I'm going to add it to my list. Just add it to my watch list. Yeah, so right now it's just ranging. But if you put it in Pulse, interesting. Look at this. So you have this crazy dump of Ink as people are just getting it for free at the beginning and farming it. And then you see here the farms change dramatically and pump, like a hell of a pump against Pulse. And then it goes along, it ranges, pump, new range. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Not consolidating, but interesting to say the least. Okay, cool. Let's go check out the Fitzgerald Company. Shout out to Timothy Benjamin and some of the guys working on this token right here, we want it priced in dollars. We'll put it back in dollars because in dollars you can see little pullbacks with Pulse. If you put it in Pulse, there's really no pullbacks. It's just straight up. These guys are hanging on to it for now. And anyone who got into this, congratulations. Right now, I would consider selling 10% every time this doubles. Just my 2 cents, just things I've noticed in the last 10 years of crypto. Yeah, check that out. Beautiful, beautiful. And then of course, let's go to the HTTs. Hex Time Token 7,000 is at about half a penny. Hex Time Token 5,000 is at about half a penny, and Hex Time Token 3,000, that means it matures on day 3,000, is right up there with Hex, very close to Hex. It's only 1,000 days away from maturing. So, and redemption. So that's cool. Go to Coin Market League every single day, like Diehard Hexagon does, and Ted Nelson does, and Sealy from Carpe Diem goes here every day. And you want to vote, you tell them you're not a robot, you connect it to your X account, and then you post it on X and you tell people, I have voted for Carpe Diem today. I have voted for Dark, which is all the way down at 21. That's embarrassing. Yeah, we're voting for Dark today, right? What else are we voting for? Let's vote for Hex. We like Hex. We love Hex. We have Hex tattooed on our skin, and we are way too weak to ever go get that tattoo removed because we're afraid of pain. So that Hex tattoo is on us for life. Hocus Pocus. We love our Hocus Pocus, baby. Why do we love our Hocus Pocus? I'll tell you why we love our Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a great front end for your pulse chain farms, including we're farming the actuator token from Actuator Finance. Those Hex Time tokens, we're sitting on $10 of actuator right now that we got paid for free. We got paid for free for $10. All we had to do was put about $60 in about 100 days ago. We got $10 return. That's insane. That's really, really, really good returns, folks. Let's take a look here. If you go to Actuator, you can basically buy Hex at a discount if you're willing to wait for it to mature. And while you're waiting for it to mature, you can also do delegated stakes on here and have some liquid T-shares to farm, which is what we did. So we staked 120 days ago. We staked 15,000 Hex, which was not worth a lot of money back then, maybe $30, something like that. Anyway, yeah, not a lot of money in Hex, and now we have 204 Hex that we've been paid out for staking. We went and we pooled it, we paired it with Hex Time tokens and Hex. We extracted it, we made a farm here, we put it onto the Actuator farm, and the Actuator farm has paid us 39,000 Actuator tokens, which is like we just showed you today from Hocus Pocus was worth $10. The $60 that we put in here is worth $100. So we went from $60 to $110 of value in 120 days. I don't even know what the APR on that is. Our current APR is at 25%. We've seen this as high as 126% APR. People can't, like, if you went and told people in real estate, in bonds, precious metals, they'd be like, I'm sorry, that must be wrong. They would not believe you. They wouldn't believe these returns. These returns are ridiculous. The people that are sitting on liquid Hex that are not going into Actuator, I don't know what to tell you guys. I've been trying my hardest to explain to you this insane APR that you can make right here, right now. Killing me. You're killing me. We got Belgian race coming up. Me and, if you guys didn't see the stream earlier with me and Triplet Dad, we took some bets on pole position to see who's going to qualify number one in here. And it looks like it's going to be a wet track. Oh, well, who cares if it's a wet track? I'll tell you who cares if it's a wet track. These guys right here, F1. This is 3 of the previous races in Belgium when it was wet. Look at this guy. This little Kimmy. Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. What's up, Kimmy Antonelli? He's like 10 years old. He's a racer. making millions, tens of millions of dollars a season. This is why wet tracks matter right here. 3 previous races. Those helicopters go over each other. Oh, look at those tires fly. Oh, man. Oh, I could watch that 15-second loop over and over again. This is so exciting. I don't think anyone was injured very badly from this. It's insane how safe these guys are with how their cars fly apart at the smallest thing. Pulse Market app. Hey kids, you want to know something crazy in Pulse Market? For the first time in a long time, we have somebody selling fuel cells on Pulse Market app. That's right. One of the people from our community jumped into Telegram today and said, hey, I need cash, but I don't want to vaporize these fuel cells. I'm going to put them for sale. Interesting. There are 2018 owners. There are 10 for sale. So if you look at these priced ones right here, you click on priced. We got these for 23, 24, 25, 29, 31, 32, 32, 33, 35. They've kind of got these Journey 1 and Journey 3s for sale. So these Journey 3s are for sale. The Journey 1s are higher priced. They're about $30, 25 to $30. And people are always saying, oh man, I didn't even know about this. I didn't start minting until Journey 4. Well, here's a Journey 1 and some Journey 1s and Journey 3s for sale right now in DAI. And yeah, these are going to continue getting paid out. Right now, their cash value, I told you their cash value is like $3 for this one, maybe $2 for J3. They're not a lot of money cash value wise. If you were to buy them, vaporize them, sell the dark inside, you're not going to get a lot of money right now. In the future, though, these could have more than a dark in them, and the future price of dark might be ridiculous. So shout out to these right now. Check those out. I don't know how long those are going to last. I know he did they look like the seller did a trial one for like $15 and it just disappeared. This one's asking 4 dark. He wants 4 dark for this J3. That's pretty interesting. So $20. But we did see one of them snatched up really quickly. There's a Telegram channel that just tells you alerts of when these are listed, when these are sold. It's quite interesting. I think I posted it in our main Telegram. Squirrels.pro. See, you don't know, man. If you don't know what Red Squirrel's cooking over here, he's part of our anti-gravity community and universe. But he's got some really cool stuff here. Really cool. Go to squirrels.pro. He has several projects that he's a part of working with. Cooking, very interesting stuff. Beautiful code. Big fan. And we're part of his friends and partners, which is a huge honor. Let's take a look at Dark. Dark Matter token. 42% is locked in the treasury and NFTs. 35% is in the hands of the evil address, waiting to be minted into the treasury and the lottery.
Come meet with us.
Okay. And this is the jackpot box. The jackpot box has 67,000 in it. How much of this is the evil addresses, I don't know for sure, but this could get scraped. A bunch of this could get scraped and put into the third drawing, which we've been talking about. You have the evil address sitting on less than 5%. You've got this mystery well sitting on about 4%. You got pink miss well sitting on about 1.5%. You've got this other mystery well right here. Oh, some of these are missing. Some of these are gone. Maybe some minting happened here because we had 10 grand, 10 grand, 5 grand. This mystery well with these 3 accounts is now sitting on about 2.25%. Wait, yeah, 2.25 because it's split up. And then you got the liquidity provider down here. Interesting. And there's about 97% of the entire supply is locked up, folks. 2% is on the market. A lot of those in liquidity provider contracts. There's so much less art than people think there is. And Pink Miss Well, let's look at the Pink Miss Well. Pink Miss Well is sitting on 68% of his total supply. 10% is locked in liquidity. Then we have someone at 9%, 6%, 1%, 1%, and then it's nothing. Like people have almost nothing here. That's insane. A bunch of this is locked up, and a bunch of this is going to probably be sent to the Pink Miss Well. We'll see this more and more of this locked off as people turn it in for some fuel cells. And that's it. That's the whole tour right there, guys. That is basically it. Let me unfreeze my cute little face. Say good night to you guys. I do have to go and celebrate. Well, I'm not celebrating Pioneer Day. I'm celebrating Pie and Beer Day with some friends. That's the alternative to Pioneer Day is Pie and Beer Day. Anyways, let's see here. Amazing opportunity. Yo, peeps. Steve Stash is in the house. Hello again, Max and crew. Happy Pioneer Day. Pioneer Day. So Steve Stash is celebrating Pioneer Day. I'm celebrating Pie and Beer Day. I'm not a big fan of beer, but I do like pie quite a bit. Other unmarketed master plan. Yes. TFC gang in the house. Some people liking that. Congratulations for those. No selling until 42 cents, 10x. You're crazy. Morton Haugen Hack. This real actuator, never heard of. Yeah, like actuator is the most amazing thing you can do with your hacks. It's one of the best kept secrets in Pulse Chain, along with Dark and Anti-Gravity. Good to see you here, Morton Hogan Hake. That's it. I gotta go eat. I'm gonna go have some fun tonight. And remember, you matter. What you do matters. And you have immeasurable value just by the fact that you exist. The fact that you exist means that a lot of crazy stuff in the universe had to happen. A lot of energy had to work just right to make you. And yeah, there's a reason you're here. Find out what it is. Love you guys. Have a great night, and I will chat with you like you don't get. I would buy as much Pink Miss Well and Dark as I could at these prices. Not financial advice, just some crazy stuff there. 10,000x, not 10x. All right, 10,000x, maybe 10,000x. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.